Good afternoon once again, football fans. We are here at Gustafson Stadium at Northside ISD, where the Martin Tigers have traveled from Laredo, Texas, for a Week 11 football game against the Harlan Hawks. This game will determine the top seed in 14-5A Division I. We're visiting with Coach David Charles of the Laredo Martin Tigers. Coach, is this the way you scripted the season way back when we were playing scrimmages? Did you see this for the Tigers in Week 11?
Really, for the most part, we lived our season week by week, but, it's always an awesome opportunity to be in this situation this late in the year. You couldn't have drawn it up any better. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon for some high school football, and, with so much at stake.
Yeah. A lot at stake, Coach. The Laredo Martin Tigers, of course, have already qualified for the playoffs. They have a berth. They're going to be the first or the second seed in the district, either way. And it's the first time in school history that the Martin Tigers have qualified for the playoffs back-to-back years. But it's been since 1958 since the Tigers have won a district championship. Does that enter the conversation at all? Do you keep that in the back of your mind? Do you talk about it? That's a long time.
We do. Laredo Martin has a lot of history, and so something real neat, kind of off the subject. We actually had a lady from the class of '57 come to our pep rally the other day and talk to our boys, and she was alive, or she was at she went to several of the games in that 1958 season. So it was cool to hear her story and hear her perspective, and our boys. It really sets it in stone as to what we're actually doing here, and they enjoy being part of it.
What a great story that is, Coach. Thank you for sharing that with us. Looking back for a lot of times we look for the personality of a team, and coincidentally, the Tigers have come back from several ball games and having deficits. So have the Hawks. Are you ready to play to the last minute tonight again, Coach?
One thing we could guarantee with our boys is our boys are going to be ready to play. Our guys are not pretty. They're not the biggest, they're not the fastest, but they love playing football. And, this has been a real neat group ever since their seventh grade year. When we started kind of really following them, and they enjoy being out here. It's a joy to be with them in practice every day. So it's fun to be here. Pretty much the last day of the regular season, trying to figure out who's gonna represent District 14 as a one seed.
Coach, no team gets to this point in the season and to play for a district championship without some athletes, and the Harlan Hawks certainly have them. McDade and Williams on offense. What's it going to take for the Tigers to win this ballgame this afternoon?
We're certainly going to have to limit the big play. We know that their offense is extremely explosive. We know their defense flies all over the place. So we preach to our kids all week, every day. Have a single play mentality. We got to win just the next play, and if they break one on us, it's because they're a good football team, and we know that's bound to happen. But we got to make sure we stay focused and get ready for the next play, because we've proven all year long that it doesn't matter what happens in the first or second quarter. If we're within striking distance in the fourth quarter, it's going to be a good game at the end.
Coach, and speaking of that, you reminded me last week, a big comeback in Week 10 against the Harlandale Indians. You spoke earlier off camera about how that was a microcosm for the Tigers season. Share a little bit of that with us.
It was that season right there. I'm sorry, that game against Harlandale had highs, it had lows, it had injuries, it had comebacks, and it kind of took us through our whole 10 weeks all in one game right there. So it was fun to see our kids persevere in that situation right there, and that's pretty much been their calling card all year long. So we're excited to be here, and we're looking forward to it, and we're going to come out here and give it our shot to try to represent District 14.
Well, Coach, it's been a privilege to watch the Tigers play twice already this year, and we're really looking forward to this Week 11 game. Good luck tonight here in Week 11. Good afternoon this afternoon. Good luck this afternoon in Week 11.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yes, this is Robert Villafranca with the Frostbank pregame show. We were visiting with Coach David Charles, the head coach of the Martin Tigers. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.